Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by CALVO'S Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your primetime news, the AG says Gov Guam's efforts to clean house violates the Fourth Amendment. Nestor Lecanto has reaction from the administration. Plus, more war of words exchange between the governor and the legislative speaker. Also tonight, authorities are investigating 2 more attempts to sneak contraband into the local prison. All right, Half Day, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Jason Salas alongside Sabrina Salas-Matanani. It is unconstitutional to subject government employees to random drug tests except brief for certain positions.
Jason, that was the opinion released Tuesday by the Attorney General in response to a request by the legislature's Public Safety Chair. Nestor Lecanto reports.
Senator Nelson asked for the opinion to ensure that legislation she was considering on drug testing would comply with federal law. But in an opinion memorandum, AG Elizabeth Barrett Anderson wrote that random, suspicionless drug testing violates the Fourth Amendment, which protects individuals from unreasonable government searches. Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio heads the Mandanya Drug Task Force that is trying to crack down on the local drug scene and also maintain a drug-free public workplace. He says he supports the protection of individual rights, but
I also recognize that we as a government have a responsibility to look at the policies and the laws in relationship to the interest, the compelling public interest, to make sure that we're protecting our community from people who are using drugs.
Tenorio says there are exceptions to the law. There are certain so-called test-designated positions, such as law enforcement or those that handle highly sensitive information. He wants to do a comprehensive review to identify all those who can be randomly tested.
If a government employee thinks that he's going to get caught doing drugs because there is a greater chance of being drug tested, then that will reduce the demand and reduce the supply of drugs, and that's good for everyone in our community.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Well, the budget may have been passed, but the back and forth is ongoing between public sector leaders. In the one corner, Governor Eddie Calvo, and on the other side, Speaker BJ Cruz.
Both sides expressing their disagreement over the numbers at the Guam Memorial Hospital. Valerie Maige has the story.
Going yet another round.
I think the Speaker has been very inconsistent in his approach towards the government finances.
The point of contention, the hospital's budget. The administration saying GMH was shortchanged, blaming Speaker BJ Cruz for not agreeing with the $22.3 million financial projection that the hospital proposed.
With our Speaker, he, in one hand, was able to spend $250 million in unfunded obligations for the retirement fund for expanding benefits. And we're looking at repairing a hospital so that it can be have equipment such as MRI. It can stop having leaky roofs. We do not have some sort of an electrical short in our wiring systems.
CALVO'S response today comes after Cruz's 8th Budget Basics news release. The speaker stating the hospital, quote, fails to include nearly $30 million in expenses related to the GMH proposal, namely $17 million in the new Z-Wing and related depreciation, as well as $13 million in new clinical staffing and recruitment, end quote. But Adelup says, quote, the speaker is ill-advised, end quote, stating GMH requested $36 million while Cruz only approved $9.4 million. Cruz takes another jab at the administration, stating, quote, the governor's latest statement seems to come out of the same crackerjack box as his response to the U.S. GAO. In Calvo land, Adelup can ignore $30 million in expenses just because it proves their plan loses money. In Calvo land, you can ignore that the legislature appropriated $800,000 more to GMHA in FY18 than the governor requested and still blame the legislature. Governor, the rest of us don't live in a fact-free fantasy. It would be nice if you could come visit us sometime, end quote.
I wish the speaker was more helpful in coming with solutions other than being the devil's advocate. You can do that when you are the minority in a legislature, but he's a speaker. And as a speaker, he has to show some leadership, and he hasn't shown it to this point.
In recent months, hospital officials have been meeting with the community in an effort to discuss $125 million in proposed capital improvement projects at the hospital, something the hospital hasn't seen in more than 26 years. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Valerie Maige.
Well, the island's chief executive does take exception to a recent U.S. General Accounting Office report painting a poor financial picture of our island. For example, the report states our public debt has ballooned in the last 10 years from $1 billion to $2.5 billion. But Governor Calvo says GovGuam had to borrow the money to pay for unfunded federal mandates.
We're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to comply with EPA and their requirements, forcing these mandates down the throats of the people of Guam, as helped by a federal district court judge as well. The same time, unfunded mandates such as the earned income tax credit that are putting such a heavy burden on our people.
Calvo says this year alone, EITC cost the general fund $60 million, which is about half of all tax refunds. The report also shows Guam's debt per capita grew from $6,200 to more than $15,000 for the decade 2005 to 2015. But Calvo says compare that with a state like California, where per capita debt is more than $33,000. He adds the economy has shown positive growth in the past decade, despite numerous challenges.
Being able to get ourselves out of a tremendous accumulated deficit, that now it's manageable. We're also paying our bond obligations in a responsible manner, and we're able to also not only pay for our obligations, but with our stable government finances and our rather strong economy, we're able to pay for operations of government of Guam.
Now still, the GAO report says ratings agencies remain concerned about Guam's high debt burden, especially the $1.2 billion retirement fund liability.
The airport and duty-free shoppers continue to prepare for an eventual showdown over the multi-million-dollar exclusive retail concession contract awarded to DFS rival Lotte in 2013. In a pretrial hearing Tuesday, the two sides tentatively agreed to a dismissal of motions by DFS seeking the minutes from certain GIAA board executive session meetings. Judge Anita Sokola has already ruled that the airport violated the open government law by not providing DFS with the documents. However, those same meeting minutes were sealed by Judge Michael Berdallo. These are mostly preliminary issues to be decided ahead of the preliminary proceedings. The main trial is scheduled for January before Judge Arthur Barcinas.
Elsewhere tonight, 6 others indicted in the alleged scheme to smuggle contraband into prison will be back in court tomorrow. Corrections officers Edward Crisostomo, Jerome San Nicolas, former COs Furman Maritita, DPW employee Ronald Meno, Rosalina Hokog, and DOC inmate Sean Paul Johnson are set to enter their pleas to the charges in Superior Court Wednesday. 6 others accused in the case have since pleaded not guilty. All the DOC officers charged remain under house arrest except for Officer Jerry Hokog, who was allowed to work for a private security company. Neither of the officers will be allowed to return to work at the prison, as the department has yet to decide on the disciplinary action it will take against their own. For the time being, an arraignment hearing is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow before Judge Benjamin Cison Jr.
An investigation is underway after 2 more attempts were made to smuggle contraband into the prison. Department of Corrections Director Tony Lamarana says 2 incidents of contraband being thrown over the fence and into the facility had been reported over the weekend. He says it happened near Post 7 and the Dome units. The items tossed over include cell phones and tobacco. Anyone with information is asked to call the Guam Police Department.
In other news, a night of drinking between 2 brothers evidently turned violent. 56-year-old Thomas Sapp Jr. has been charged with criminal mischief, family violence, and reckless conduct. Documents state the pair had been drinking in Barragata Heights when one of them made threats to kill the other as well as his family. The suspect allegedly charged and tackled the victim and threw multiple objects at the victim's car, damaging it. Sapp was arrested and released on his own personal recognizance.
Another person filed suit against the Archdiocese of Agani and the Boy Scouts of America. He is identified as 49-year-old H.A.W. He was a former altar boy at San Isidro Church in Malolo, where Father Louis Brulard was a priest and scoutmaster. H.A.W. alleges when he was around 8 to 10 years old, Brulard sexually molested him and other altar boys. He further alleges that the church hierarchy, along with the Boy Scouts, knew about Brulard's history of sexual abuse, but did nothing. In an interview with KUAM in 2016, Father Brulard, who now lives in the U.S. mainland, admitted to sexually abusing boys while he was living here. H.A.W. is being represented by attorney David Lujan's law firm.
We are going to take a break, but stay tuned because when we come back, the story about Guam's unique Arbor Day. That and more when we return.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And to the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on CALVO'S Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. CALVO'S Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
Activate a new account at IT&E and get double data on the network that gives you more.
It's Hyundai's Kickoff the Savings event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Score big, save big with the all-new redesigned Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. Gain those extra yards with up to 45 miles per gallon highway and an introductory savings of $4,500. Or check out Guam's best offensive line, like a new Accent starting at $11,995, or the new Elantra starting at $16,995. How about the new Tucson starting at $19,995? Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty. It's Hyundai's Kickoff the Savings event at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Kita Smaasi, Matson.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
All right, we got a remarkable story you're really going to enjoy because they keep our air clean and our island looking beautiful. And in honor of Arbor Day 2017, dozens of trees were planted near the Governor's Complex down at Adelup during a celebration Tuesday morning, with island residents encouraged to keep the effort going all month long. Isa Baza has more.
Rain couldn't keep away the dozens of high school students planting trees at Adelup today. In fact, Department of Agriculture Director Matt Sablon says rain is part of the reason Arbor Day is celebrated in Guam every October.
Now, we celebrate Arbor Day here during this month, which is the rainy season. It makes sense. Trees grow faster.
Various species of trees were planted by students from Southern and Simon Sanchez high schools, including the island's tree of life, the coconut tree.
Due to the devastation of the rhino beetle, we need to reforestate.
Over the past several years, Guam's coconut trees have been devastated by the invasive beetle, particularly after Typhoon Dolphin in 2015 left piles of green waste that helped the beetle reproduce and spread. However, University of Guam Outreach Associate Roland Kidigwa said while Guam has lost many trees, it's far from losing the battle altogether. Adding biocontrols are currently being developed, including a fungus and virus. Meanwhile, Sablon encouraged the community to put in place green waste management controls. Adding various government agencies are working together toward that goal through the implementation of an air curtain burner.
We are now in the procurement process where we finalized it, and it's soon to be in operation.
Meanwhile, Forestry Division Chief Joe Moffness encourages residents to plant trees on their own, adding they should stay mindful of what trees grow best where.
Obviously, trees are beneficial, for the air, cleans the air. It also helps stormwater runoff. Also helps in mitigating some fires and also soil erosion. But also in the urban setting, like where you see where all the businesses are at, it also improves the value of property. And aesthetically, it's really, it's nice.
Families can also get involved by joining in on the annual Tricks or Trees Halloween tree planting at the Mosso Reservoir in Pidi on October 29th, beginning at 9 a.m. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
All right, Issa, thanks so very much. Great job. Well, 30 years is how long it's been since Guam's worker compensation rates have been updated. The current rate is capped at $250 a week, while other states and territories have caps at $675. Experts went before lawmakers today for a roundtable discussion to determine what can be done to reform the island's current workers' compensation laws. Chamber of Commerce Chairman Bobby Shringy says their primary concern is how a potential change may affect small firms.
You raise the caps, suddenly there's going to be a cost factor. And while the big entities may not feel that burn, it's the little guys. It's the 5-man operations. It's the 7-person operations. Where should it?
Absolutely right.
And I think that's where true actuarial study really must be.
The discussion was led by Senator Regine Biscoe-Lee, who stated, quote, "If we don't provide for adequate compensation on the front end, we will end up paying for it later in other ways, as these staffers may have to seek help from other public assistance programs," end quote. Many today agreed the laws do, in fact, need to be revisited.
A Charter Schools Council roundtable originally slated to take place Monday has been rescheduled for later this month. Education Chair Senator Joe San Agustin called for the meeting following several weeks of controversy surrounding the Guahan Academy Charter School, including the school's late start and allegations of improprieties by the school board. Guam Federation of Teachers President Sanjay Sharma says the allegations also have the union calling for more accountability.
They aren't inherently bad, but we do ask for some accountability. They currently receive $8 million, or they can receive up to $8 million with the 2 charter schools. And that $8 million comes from our GDOE, and I'd rather have GDOE receive those $8 million because at least there's accountability there.
The GFT has made several recommendations on ways charter schools can improve accountability. We should note the island's second charter school, iLearn Academy, has not faced the same issues as GACS. The Charter Council Roundtable is now scheduled for the 30th at 1 p.m. at the Guam Congress Building in Hagåtña.
A new leadership role has been announced at shipping giant Matson today, as Bernadette Valencia is now the company's VP, on top of her role as general manager for Guam and Micronesia. She's held that job for the last 4 years, overseeing operations. You see her there. She recently led the acquisition of land and construction for Matson's new regional headquarters on Guam. In her new role, she manages the new Okinawa service.
Chef Peter Duenas is being recognized in an upcoming gala dinner for recently earning the World Chef's Global Master Chef certification.
All right.
Duenas' long and distinguished career has led him to this achievement. In a press release, Duenas says, "I was keen to continue improving, learning, and developing skills. Being able to do this at such a high level and reach a global standard of recognition is a true honor." He is chef and owner of Mezcla Chamorro Fusion Bistro, Mezcla Dos Upper and Lower Tumon, and the Deli at Mezcla. Duenas is also the Micronesian Chefs Association president, and he also has a show on KUAM.
Which you can actually watch right now, streaming on YouTube, HD, wonderful show. And if anybody deserves this honor, it's Pete. He's a really, really nice guy, loves the island, really cares about sharing the culinary arts.
Stay tuned, sports is coming up next.
Congratulations, Pete.
From the network that brought you up to 3 times more data comes the dawn of a new data. The epic story of Guam's only network brave enough to give 10 free gigs of bonus data on every line every month to customers who bundle their services. Reviewers are calling the offer totes awesome. Best deal ever. And yes.
Visit gta.net for details.
Hi, Dad. Warm up with the new Peking pork. Delicious crisp pork chop bites with hand-cut bell peppers and onions, wok-tossed in a sweet and sour glaze. New at Panda Express, where good fortune smiles.
Are Mom and Dad here yet?
Not yet.
We didn't get our lane.
We gotta stop for cash. I forgot my card.
Just use your phone.
Right.
Forgot your Bank of Hawaii debit card? No problem, because now you can get cash with your phone with cardless cash from Bank of Hawaii. Introducing Cardless Cash. Download the Bank of Hawaii app today. Welcome to tomorrow.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Half a day, Tato Marianas Tuesday, Matis. We kick off a brand new feature for you. Right now, how about a little something on some youth football?
Playmakers, brought to you by Triple J Ford Guam National Youth Football Federation.
My name is Junior Wells. I play for Montikiki Angels. I'm from Mission, and I'm running back.
I'm Apollo Moylan, and I play for the House Angels, and I'm Mentiki key position, and I play linebacker.
My name is Gray Wells, and I play for the House Angels, and my position is guard.
My team is awesome because we don't give up.
Hello.
My favorite team is the Steelers.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a cop.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a Power Ranger.
My name is Raiden Tapashna. I play for the House Angels 100 Division, and I'm a quarterback.
My name is Antonino Wells. I play for the House Angels, and I'm N.
My name is Colin Villanueva. I play for House Angels. My position is tackle. My team is awesome because they rotate everyone and they make everyone play. My team is awesome because we work together. My favorite NFL team is Seahawks. My favorite team is Steelers.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Cepeda. I've been a team parent for 9 years.
My name's Pete Algon. I'm from Derido. The best thing is, seeing your kids play.
I've been a team parent for 3 years and coaching for 2 years. Just be here for the kids, and I love to support the youth. Because we're the House Angels, we're all family oriented here.
My name is Caleb Murphy. I play for the House Angels Mega Division. My positions are running back and linebacker.
My name is Alex Sojo. I play for the House Angels Mega Division. My positions are quarterback and safety.
My name is Vance Meno. I play for the House Angels Mega Division, and my positions are tight end and linebacker.
My team is awesome because we never give up, and we're Angel strong.
Football is important to me because we learn to respect others and we have good sportsmanship.
I learned from my coaches to never give up and play to the last whistle.
My favorite team is the 49ers.
What I want to be when I grow up is a star NFL player.
When I grow up, I still want to be playing football.
My name is Darren Cepeda. I play for the House Angels Matua Division. My positions are quarterback and safety.
Hi, I'm Trey Taylor, and I play for the House Angels Matua Division, and I'm the receiver and safety.
My name is Marcus Quattro. I play for House Angels Matua Division, and my positions are receiver and corner. Something valuable I learned from our coaches is always show respect and be good sport to other players.
Something I've learned from our coaches is that winning isn't everything.
My favorite NFL team is the New England Patriots.
Trench Challenge athlete James Sardia heading to Canada to compete in the Obstacle Course Race World Championships. Sardia finishing this year's course with a time of 57:51, coming in first place in the 45 to 49 age group. James is a triathlete who has been doing a lot of running, biking, swimming, and upper body workouts in preparation for the big event.
I'm very competitive, so when I see some people doing better than me, I try to push it. Even though I see like maybe I can't do it, but I'll push myself to do it. And I'm just excited to see the pros, the elite, and also the age groupers from around the world, because this is a world championship. So just being a part of this is going to be a great thing for me.
As always, KUAM Sports proudly brought to you by Triple J. You get my man Double D tomorrow to help you get over the hump. Until then, Guausi Chris Esta.
Take on any road with intuitive all-wheel drive. The Nissan Murano, Rogue, and Pathfinder.
In every moment I capture, I take note of every little detail, every tiny spark, every single word, every second of a moment, every hour of a day. I always give enough love to make these little things come together. Then I take note of how I made bigger things happen.
Quarter pounder with cheese, now seared to be thicker and juicier. Only at McDonald's.
It's back and bigger than ever. The big deal is going on now at Triple J. 0 down, 1.9% financing plus a $500 Kmart gift certificate. Save big with deals like the Ford F-150 at $266 per paycheck, the Mazda CX-3 at $154, the Kia Optima at $169 per paycheck, or the Honda Accord at $193 per paycheck. Stop by today or visit us online at triplejguam.com and see print ads for details. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Triple J, 33 years of putting customers first.
Well, regardless of what is going on with the weather, it's always a sunshiny day when we welcome new members into the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Here are today's birthday recipients. Happy birthday today to Dylan Ekfadzi Blas Godoy. Happy 7th birthday to be precise. From Grandma, Papa, Mommy, Daddy, Ari, Riley, Darian, and the rest of the family, they say they love you. Happy birthday to Jamae Beatrice Dimla Salas from Nana Mary and your entire family. Happy birthday number 3 to our little Prince Charmin. This is Liam Joseph Chargloff. Enjoy your special day. God bless you for your many years from your family. It is birthday number 15 today to Isaiah Kunick. Happy birthday from your mom, dad, grandma, brother Bryson, Uncle Boone, and the rest of your family. They say they're so proud of the young man that you have become. Happy birthday going out to the mainland to Melissa Quintanilla, who now lives in Las Vegas. This comes from your Mully Barb, Hari Mike, and the kids. Happy birthday today to Isel Kinata. Happy 3rd birthday to our dancing queens as your family. Also, happy birthday wishes going out to Leona Hopkins. Your special people say we can't thank you enough for everything you do for our family. We hope your day is as special as you. Coming from Whisper and Sage. Also, happy birthday to Tassi J. Villanueva. Tassi's birthday number 5 today. We love you, said family. Quite simply stated, happy birthday goes out to Wanda Villanueva today. And happy birthday to a member of the U.S. Air Force, to Gabriel Twillinger, who is stationed in Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. This comes from Mom, Dad, and the rest of your family.
And one more, a big happy birthday going out tonight to Nicole Cruz. Love from your family. You can be part of the fun by going on KUAM.com and register.
And that's going to do it for us here on the news desk. Stay tuned. Issa's next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafide, and welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza, so glad you could join us. Coming up in our show tonight, we have details to the MAG Pro 5K happening this Saturday. Later, we tell you about the American Culinary Federation Guam chapter's second annual Chef and Child Nutrition Outreach. And we close out with information about Junior Achievement Guam's upcoming Professional Development Symposium. But first, here's Nurse Jen Artero with this week's Health Check Report.